All you're going to need is a mat and a chair to hold on to. Start with your feet in first position, heels together. We're going to raise those heels and get ourselves in a plie, and we're just going to go up and down 15 times. You can put your hand on your hips. You can hold the bar if you like, or if you're comfortable and you can balance really well, go ahead and just try it with your hands on your hips. And just go as low as it feels comfortable. Don't go more than what your body permits. This is your workout, so just go at your pace. Bring those shoulders back and elongate that torso. Make yourself a little bit taller. Right now I'm just showing you an attitude to the back. I'm going to do it 3 times on one leg and 3 times on the other. You might want to just watch this because I'm just really giving you a preview of what's to come. So this is just kind of practicing. And so I'm standing on one leg and I'm turning out my leg that's up in the air and I'm extending it. So you can, if you're not comfortable with balance or you're worried you might wobble or fall, have that chair handy, or you can just hold on to it the entire time. So I'm just kind of showing you right here from all the different angles what it looks like. So it's not just bending the knee. All right, so now we're gonna do a deadlift with an attitude. And what did I kick? Oh, I kicked the plant. Oops. Make sure there's nothing in your way to kick. So when you are doing your deadlift, which is right here, the straight leg, I'm hinging from the hips, just like with the attitude. And my back is straight, my shoulders are back and down, they're not rounded. And my head is in line with my whole torso. So I'm doing 8 deadlifts and I'm doing 8 attitudes for a total of 16 exercises on one leg. And I kicked the plant again. All right, so when you're done with those, let's do 8 of each on the other side. So that's your deadlift and that's your attitude. So I have my standing leg bent. So this is not an arabesque where you have straight legs. And actually I prefer you do it with the standing leg, the stabilizing leg a little bit bent, because that will protect your back. Because I can do this with completely straight leg, but then I end up with my low back hurting. So go ahead and just have a little bend, unless you are a ballet dancer. All right, and just when you're going down, you're looking down, and when you come up, you're looking a little bit upward. That way your neck is in line, your neck isn't crooked back. All right, the next exercise, we're gonna do quad pulses. So hold your hands on your chair, your feet are elevated, and you're just gonna pulse. You're not going all the way up and all the way down. We're just gonna have constant tension. We're gonna do a total of 25 repetitions, but we're doing them quickly so it'll go by really fast. And your quads, which is the front of your leg, might be burning. That's okay, we're almost done. I'm gonna do a little hold, hold, hold. Okay, all right, stand up. We're gonna do 15 fondus next. So what we are is we're starting in a plie position. I'm lifting my heels, I'm straightening the legs, and as my heels stay elevated, then I plie, then you let down your heels to the mat. So just go ahead and just follow me. It's easier probably just to watch me. Heels up, straighten, bend, down. Up, straighten, bend, down. Is that easier? I like these. So you don't have to go this fast. Actually, I prefer to go a little bit slower just so I really can feel my legs and see how high you can raise your heels. All right, so we're gonna get down on the mat. We're gonna go ahead and work our hips and our butt. So I like to put my head on my forearm, and then we're gonna do 15 repetitions of these. I've got my heels together. You can put your toes together, whichever way is fine. You're going to go up and down, and you're really pulling that upper leg back and my hand is on the mat because I'm leaning forward. So you can try putting your hand on your hip, but then I kind of feel like I'm gonna fall backwards. So I really want my torso leaning a little bit forward so I can really pull that upper leg backwards. So let's flip over on the other side. I'm gonna show you the back side, so don't mind me. Just so you can see what it's supposed to look like from the back. So we've got 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, we got 2 more, you can do it. And 1 more after this. Great job. All right, we're gonna do side lying leg raises. So face me and get down on your mat on your side. You can grab a sip of water real quick if you like. Again, I'm gonna put my head on my forearm, bringing my legs a little bit forward. I'm leaning forward and my leg is going up and down. So I'm slow lowering on the way down. I'm going up as high as I can without going too much. Now your flexibility might be more than me. You might be able to go all the way to your shoulder or maybe to your ear or only a little bit up. It's okay. Whatever you can do is fine. I've got both my toes pointed and you can flex and point. But I'm gonna keep mine pointed. Couple more. Just really concentrate on how that feels. All right, we're gonna flip it over on the other side. I'm gonna show you my back side so you can just see it from a different angle. And 1, 2, I almost fell over, so 3, you can rearrange if you need to, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you've got 5 more, 5, 4 more, 3, 2, last one, slow lower down. Now we'll go ahead and lay down on your mat, on your back. I want your arms to be at your side with your palms facing down. You're having your feet straight up in the air and then you're gonna extend them. Now what I'm doing is I'm actually stopping at the planner and doing a little pause and pushing into it, and it's harder. So it's really basically you're doing a hard stop and then I'm really pulling my legs together. So I'm really working on those inner thighs. So you can just stop where your body stops. Try to get your legs as to 90 degrees as much as possible. That will work your abs a little bit as well. But if you're not at 90 degrees, that's okay. I can't see you. It's your workout. Just go at your own level. And the more you exercise, the more you do this, the more flexible you get, the stronger you get, and the leaner you will be. Of course, food, has a big say in how big or small we are, so definitely always watch those portion sizes. All right, so go ahead and stand up. We're gonna do some calf raises. I get up slowly because I don't want to get dizzy. All right, so we're gonna do first position, heels up and down. I'm gonna face my bar so you can see it this way. So you can see everything's nice and tall, even though I'm super short. And look straight ahead, chin up. So you don't want the chin down. You don't want a double chin, not in this particular exercise. All right, so now go ahead and get down on all fours. We're gonna do bird dog, but this time I'm gonna really work that shoulder. So I'm gonna keep one arm straight up with my thumb up in the air like Fonzie. And so I'm just gonna tap down and raise up. So you don't need to go much higher than your butt. The key is to make sure that arm is as high as you can without it pinching or hurting, and that your leg is completely straight. And so when you're raising your foot at the top, I want you to do a teeny little pause. You go up a little faster and you slow lower. Up and down, tap, up, slow lower, down, up, down. You're looking down. Your abs are engaged. A couple more. Okay, last one. All right, so we'll do a count on this next one. Arm up, other arm. 1, down, tap. 2, down, tap. 3, down, tap. 4, slow lower, tap. 5, lower, tap. 6, lower, tap. 7, lower, tap. 8, lower, tap. 9, lower, tap. 11, lower, tap. 12, lower, tap. 12, keep going, tap. 13, lower, tap. You got 2 more. 14, lower, tap. Last one, tap. You are done. Great job. Now go ahead and stand up. We're going to do a cool down next. So don't go away. Let's go ahead and stretch the hamstring. That's the back of the leg. So I want you to hinge from the hips as if someone's taking a band and pulling backwards, and you're hinging forward. And then I want you to take your torso and rotate it towards that foot. We want you to flex the foot. Can you flex it more? So now I want you to have your chin in line with your toes. So your torso's in line, your chin's in line. Now most people want to just grab. Yes, yeah, I can practically, yeah, I guess I can grab, sort of, my foot, but then I'm rounded and the form's not good and I'm losing the stretch and I'm just pulling my back. So I want to stretch the hamstring. So again, hinge from the hips, flat back, shoulders back and down, and I want you to reach with your chin, not your hands. Now you can put your hands here, but if you want an extra stretch, take your hands and put them behind your back, interlace those fingers and pull up and down, and now try pulling the foot up and do an even deeper stretch. And I am starting to shake. This is balance, this is stretching. Can you pull those shoulder blades further together? Look at me shake. And put the foot down, release the hands, roll up. Let's try that on the other side. All right. So we're gonna do the other leg. Make sure to switch legs, whichever one you started with is fine. So hinge from the hips, rotate the torso, flex more, pull that butt back, chin in line with toes, reach, 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 and if you want to, hands behind the low back, interlace those fingers, pull shoulder blades back and down, and can you pull your hands up more, chin towards the toes more? Oh my goodness, this is quite a stretch, right? More, can you? If it's too much, back off. Listen to your body. You should not feel pain, you should only feel the stretch, and a shake is okay. And foot down, arms down, roll up. All right, let's stretch out the front of the leg. We worked our quads as well. So let's just go ahead and I'll show you from the side. Let's see. Right here. So I'm going to balance on the standing leg with my knee bent. I'm going to grab the laces on my shoes and I'm going to pull that heel to my butt, and I'm going to make sure my front of my legs are in line. So that's not here, it's not here, it's not out here. They're together, okay? And then if you want, now you can hold on to your chair as you're doing this stretch. If you can, if you'd like, put both hands, pull the shoulders back, and now squeeze your butt. And you'll notice if you squeeze your butt, the quad, the front of the leg gets contracted, and you get an even better stretch. Shoulders back, keep stretching. Squeeze the butt a little more. Oh yeah, I feel it. And slowly release, balance. All right, let's try the other side. All right, so grab those laces, bend the knee. I know people tend to straighten this leg, but I really want you to keep the knee bent. Again, it's to protect the back. Heel to the butt, shoulder back and down. And if you want to, use both hands, bring the shoulders back a little more, and squeeze that butt. So you can stand up a little straighter, but make sure this knee is still slightly bent. Really squeeze that butt more. Feel more of that stretch right here. Again, don't let that flare out. They should be together and in line. Balance. And release. Let's do a little stretch for the calves. Just hold this. It's a little stretch. If it's too much, you can bounce it. And then put one foot in up front of the other. Can you go a little deeper? It's a little bit more of an intense stretch. We're stretching out the soleus muscle. That's one part of the calf, and other foot in front. Again, make sure both feet are flat on the ground. Your knees are not caving in. They're externally rotated outwards. And let's stretch the calf. So we're already in a pretty good position, but let's do a little more of a lunge. Bring that back foot back a little bit more. Hinge from the hips, lean forward, push that back heel into the ground. You'll feel the butt tightening, the hamstring tightening. You're stretching out this whole area. Lean a little bit more forward. Only if you need to. If you already feel the stretch, that's fine. Just go where you feel the stretch. It shouldn't hurt. It shouldn't be like, oh my goodness, like owie. So we don't want ow, we want ah. Ah. And trying not to fall while thinking and saying that. All right, let's stretch out the other side. Other foot forward and a lunge position. And if you tend to teeter on your lunges, your legs may be a little bit too close together, so you can separate them a little bit wider. It's called you're giving yourself a wider stance, which is more stability. So hinge from the hips. I'm tightening and straightening the back of my leg. I'm pushing that back heel into the ground. The reason why, once I lift that back heel, I'm losing that stretch. So keep it straight, keep pushing down, and if you need a little bit more of a stretch, hinge forward, chin up. Woo! That's okay, that's a little too much for me. So I'm gonna back off. So if I stretch too much, then I end up being in pain the rest of the day, and that means I might have pulled something or just did a little too much. So again, listen to what your body says. Doesn't matter what other people can do. All right, and up, and let's go ahead and let's get down on the floor, and we're gonna stretch the glutes, which is the butt, which we worked a ton today. So let's go ahead and go on the ground carefully. Never slam your body down on the ground. Be gentle with it. You can go ahead and kick off your shoes if you have them on. You don't need to work out with shoes on. The only time I usually recommend wearing shoes is if you're doing step-ups or if you're doing anything plyometric, just want a little bit more cushion. All right, so let's go ahead and use your abdominals to roll down. All right, and then cross one foot over the front of the other leg. Now, if this is enough of a stretch and you push this out, then you could leave it there. If you need more, bring it in. Now, my hips are pretty flexible, so this does nothing for me. And so I'm going to bring this forward, and I'm going to put my hands, interlace them on top of my shins. Now for some people this is too intense, so I just have them push against the back of the leg, and sometimes they like to put their toe up and bring it in. For me, I don't feel anything here. Everyone's a little different, but I prefer this way. You just do whichever one that you like. There's no wrong way when it comes to those particular stretches. All right, and I'm just pulling it in a little more. If it's too intense, you can just rock it. You can always go in and out of a stretch. Let's go ahead and stretch the other glute, the other butt cheek. Cross the other leg over. Bring that leg in. And I am going to interlace my fingers in front of my shin. I'm going to bring it in, and I'm going to make sure that this knee isn't here. I'm going to push this one out so it's at 90 degrees. Chin up. I'm going to look up at the sky. Pull it in a little more. Keep the shoulders down. You don't want to hunch. Try to always have good posture. Open up the chest muscles. If I don't, then I end up with neck pain, and that's just awful. That hurts so much. All right. Foot down, and let's do an inner thigh stretch. So lean over to your side with your palm. Push up. This is where you definitely want to have your shoes off. So you're going to sit up nice and tall. Inner thigh stretch, also called butterfly pose. So you're going to put your feet together, and you're going to put your knees out, and you're going to try to get those knees flat on the ground. If you can't, just push yourself back a little bit more. So I do this stretch every single day. And if I don't, I used to think, all right, I'm just naturally flexible, and I didn't need to do this anymore. So for something like 2 months, I decided, I'm just going to take it out of my workouts, and I started being like this. It took me quite a while to get back down, so I make sure I do this stretch every single day after my workouts. And now I can bring it in pretty much all the way in. And then my legs are actually touching right now. So if your goal is to get this pose like this, it's going to take time, and to just keep doing it, practicing. After every leg workout, keep doing this. If you have to do, sometimes I'll do it three sets of this for, could do 30 to 45 seconds, set your timer. So that's good as well. Enough of that. Cross your legs, roll the shoulders back and down. Let's do a little back bend. Go straight up, pull the shoulders back and down. Again, sit up nice and tall. Just relax a little bit here. Let the heart rate come down. Let me know if you like this video by giving me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Also, sign up for my blog. What you'll receive twice a week is dairy-free recipes, diet tips. Share this video with anyone that you think might enjoy it. And I posted some other videos here that I thought you might enjoy, so check those out as well. And I'll see you soon, and drink lots of water.